Welcome to Le Podcast de Philippe.
Great to be here.
Today we're diving deep into a pretty significant development in robotics.
Oh, yeah.
NVIDIA just revealed their Isaac GR0TN1 AI model.
Uh-huh.
And this is a big deal because it's an open source foundational model.
Okay.
Specifically made to give humanoid robots some seriously advanced reasoning abilities and general purpose skills.
Interesting.
We'll break down its unique architecture, talk about the industries that are really struggling with labor shortages that this could revolutionize.
Right.
And we'll look at the whole ecosystem that NVIDIA is building around this model.
Got it.
If you're enjoying these deep dives into cutting-edge tech, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, for sure.
We're aiming to hit 1,000 subscribers today, and your support would be huge.
Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
NVIDIA made this big announcement about Isaac GR0TN1 at their GTC 2025 conference.
That's right. It was March 18th.
And Jensen Huang, NVIDIA's founder and CEO, he came out and said, the era of general-purpose robotics has arrived.
Bold statement.
Yeah, he really emphasized the potential of this technology to transform industries dealing with those labor shortages we talked about.
Absolutely. It's a major focus for them.
So when we talk about general purpose, what actually sets GR00TN1 apart from previous attempts at, creating intelligent robots? What's at the core of this innovation?
Well, the real breakthrough is the architecture of GR00TN1.
Okay.
They took inspiration from human cognition and implemented this dual system approach, almost like having two brains working together.
Interesting.
One system is all about those fast, intuitive actions like reflexes, while the other system handles more deliberate, analytical thinking, planning and complex problem solving.
So it's not just about robots reacting to what's right in front of them.
No, not at all.
But also being able to think through things more carefully.
Exactly.
So how does this AI actually make sense of its surroundings and figure out what to do?
So they're using a visual language model.
Okay.
Imagine the robot using its cameras to see the environment and then understanding instructions given in plain language.
Okay.
And it translates all of that into very precise movements, allowing it to manipulate objects, even using two arms together.
Wow.
And it can do all this without needing specific code for each and every action.
That's pretty remarkable.
It is.
So a robot with GR00TN1 wouldn't be limited to just a few pre-programmed tasks.
You got it.
It could adapt to different situations.
Exactly. And that's where the generalization ability of GR000TN1 really shines.
Okay.
It's not just programmed for specific tasks, but understands these fundamental principles of how things work in the physical world.
I see.
This allows it to apply that knowledge to new and unexpected scenarios.
That's a huge step forward.
Absolutely.
Developers can then refine the model for specific robot designs or tasks using real-world data or even synthetic data.
Right. And NVIDIA claims this will speed up development cycles significantly.
Okay, so do we have any real-world examples of this in action outside of a controlled lab setting?
We do. During the GTC keynote, they showed a humanoid robot from 1X Technologies. It was autonomously tidying up a house, powered by a GR0TN1-based system with very little extra training.
So it's not just theoretical.
No.
They're actually showing it working.
Right. The head of 1X Robotics even talked about how easy it was to integrate GR00TN1 into their Neo Gamma robot.
Very interesting.
Yeah, minimal extra data needed.
So this is obviously a big announcement in the robotics world.
It is.
Has it been well received by other major players in the industry?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Companies like Agility Robotics, Boston Dynamics, Menti Robotics, and NVIDIA Robotics.
All the big names.
They all had early access to GR00TN1 and have publicly acknowledged its potential to really shake things up.
So we could soon see this tech in various roles across industries.
Yeah, think packaging, inspection, material handling, all with a level of adaptability we haven't seen before.
It's not just about the AI model itself, though, right?
Right.
NVIDIA also unveiled a whole set of tools to support its development and deployment.
That's a crucial part.
So what exactly are they offering beyond GR00TN1?
Well, they have this thing called the Isaac GR00T blueprint.
Okay.
Which is designed to speed up the creation of synthetic motion data, which is key for training these advanced AI models.
And why is that so important?
It helps overcome the limitations of relying solely on human demonstrations for training.
I see.
And the numbers are pretty mind-blowing.
Okay, let's hear them.
They can create something like 780,000 synthetic trajectories in just 11 hours.
Wow.
NVIDIA estimates this is equivalent to about 6,700 hours of human-collected data.
That's a massive time saver.
It is, and it's been shown to boost model performance by around 40%.
So developers can iterate much faster.
Exactly.
And potentially deploy these robots years ahead of schedule.
It significantly reduces the bottleneck of real-world data collection.
What else is in this ecosystem?
They also have Newton,
Okay.
which is an open-source physics engine developed with Google DeepMind and Disney Research.
Interesting. And what's that for?
This is vital for creating really realistic simulations.
Know that.
Plus, they're offering their DGX Spark supercomputer.
And what does that do?
It gives developers the computational muscle to fully utilize GR000TN1.
So they're really going all in on this.
They are, and importantly, many of these tools and even GR00N1 itself are available through platforms like Hugging Face and GitHub.
So they're making this technology accessible to a wider audience.
Yeah, making it truly open source and fostering collaboration in humanoid robotics.
So to sum it up, what makes Isaac GR0TN1 stand out in this increasingly crowded field of robotics?
Well, several things.
Okay.
That dual-level architecture mimicking how we think is a big one.
Right, that fast and slow thinking.
Exactly. Also, its ability to generalize.
Okay.
It understands fundamental physical principles, not just pre-programmed sequences.
So it can adapt to new situations.
Right. And the multimodal learning aspect is important, too.
How so?
It can understand natural language and learn by observing movements.
That's pretty sophisticated.
It is.
Anything else?
And then there's the whole ecosystem of tools they're providing.
Right, that whole support system.
And the fact that it's open and customizable.
So it's not a closed system.
No, which gives it a real edge.
And you mentioned other companies like Google working on similar tech.
Yeah, their Gemini robotics project.
But what makes NVIDIA's approach different?
Well, their integrated approach seems to be more robust and flexible for developing truly versatile robots.
Let's dive a bit deeper into that dual-level architecture.
Okay.
How do System 1 and System 2 actually work together in a robot?
So think of System 1 as the immediate response system. Like if the robot encounters an obstacle while walking, System 1 would kick in to help it quickly adjust and maintain balance.
So it's like a reflex?
Exactly.
And what about System 2?
System 2 handles those more complex tasks, like planning a path through a cluttered room, or figuring out how to assemble something.
So it's the more strategic thinking part.
Right, and this combination allows the robot to be both responsive and capable of more intricate, goal-oriented tasks.
And it's this interplay that allows for that impressive generalization capability.
Precisely.
The model understanding those fundamental principles combined with those two systems working together.
Yeah.
It lets the robot interact with different objects and perform complex actions in various environments.
That's right. And since it's customizable, developers can fine-tune these systems for their specific needs.
NVIDIA seems very optimistic about the potential of this tech to address those global labor shortages.
Oh, yeah. They believe general-purpose robots can really help alleviate those shortages, which are impacting over 50 million people worldwide.
That's a significant number.
It is.
And the fact that companies like Boston Dynamics, Agility Robotics, and 1X Technologies are already on board.
Right. It shows that there's real confidence in this technology.
So for developers wanting to explore GR00TN1, how accessible is it?
Well, GR000TN1 itself, along with lots of training data and evaluation scenarios, it's all available on platforms like Hugging Face and GitHub.
So they've made it easy to get started.
Yeah, this open access approach should really accelerate innovation and adoption.
So we've heard how NVIDIA's Isaac GR00TN1 is pushing the boundaries of robotics.
For sure.
Moving us closer to a future with humanoid robots capable of handling a much wider range of tasks.
Absolutely.
The potential impact on industries grappling with labor shortages is huge.
Definitely.
And the open source nature of this project could really drive rapid progress.
I think so.
It makes you wonder, as these robots become more capable and integrated into our world, what new possibilities and challenges might we face?
It's a fascinating question.
It's something to consider, even after this deep dive ends.
Absolutely food for thought.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you in the next episode of Le Podcast de Fit.
See you then.
Bye for now.
Bye.